Without further ado, let's go to the theme. I would like to welcome you to the Forum for Technology Leadership. A round of applause. The theme of this year is the application of education big data and AI, artificial intelligence. So here I would like to talk about the application of the both technology.
Power 呢，现在有很多头衔，要很感谢我们的团队啊，做了很多的研究。
I would like to thank my team for their R&D, research and development. On the cover, it's me, but inside the publication, it's all the works done by the team. We have the special issue of publication for smart education. In the publication, it includes our research and experiences over the past years. Here with us, we have many experts. So I hope they can serve as a great reference for your research and study. I think based on your real-life experience, these research will come to life with your experience. So I'll talk about how we do research, how we innovate, and some case studies. For the study of education big data and AI, I would like to ask you a question. If you've studied AI, please raise your hand. Nobody. If you've never researched it, please raise your hand. If you didn't raise your hand, now raise your hand. All right. So we know. Most people do not know enough about AI. We just know the importance of it. For analytics, there are many kinds of them. In the back, we see this Socrates player. It shows the behavioral data. Anyone knows the professors here? If you do not know them, please Google them. How do we pronounce his name? Dillenburg. Professor Dillenburg is a top-notch professor in the field of AI studies. And he has a definition for teaching analytics. He said it is through the tool to record, analyze, and assess, evaluate the teacher's teaching content. I think we did that today. You will receive an electronic note. So I won't go into details. We want to just give you a clear definition of the research. So about teaching analytics, we compile some important notes from the related research. And for the traditional teaching analytics application, last year we talked about the first one, FIAS, and the second one, ST analysis by Japan. And the third one, seating chart observation records. In the morning, Dean Luo mentioned the seating records and seating analysis. We are accumulating experience and data from the past, and we're adding innovation to it. This is from last year. We talk about FIAS and how we record the behaviors of the lecturer in classrooms. And this is the ST analysis. In the back, you see the center of the class. Is it teacher-centered or student-centered class?
On the left-hand side, you can see a spreadsheet developed by within the systems. You can use technical knowledge to help and replace manual records. This is the seating chart observation records. This was done in 1980 about teachers' movement, and all the marks on the seats represents the number of engagement and interactions between teachers and students. And question marks and other marks represent different interactions. And actually, this requires professional, educational researchers to do these records. So when you look at all these documentations, sometimes it's difficult to conduct this kind of record because it takes a lot of records to generate all these documentations. These numbers and all this data was very difficult to collect in the past. And of course, in recent years, there are a lot of instructional analysis and applications. For example, the first one from China, and you also from other studies. For example, on the second item, QTSI from different parts of the world, and there is new studies in last year as well. QTSI, as you can see on the slide, is like a tool. It's similar to the ST analysis. First of all, you need to download the web software to record the whole class and its progress. All these records help us to analyze and structural behaviors and try to find features and characteristics within the pattern. This is done in 2016. You can see teacher in the background with students in front of her. There are instruments in the classroom that record the whole process. For example, on the right-hand side, you can see this whole sheet recording different questions, different engagements. And these are some of the marks recorded manually. The lower sections is the record by computer automatically. You need to compare the second one and the third one. If the computer records shows the same patterns as the manual records, you can in future replace manual records with computer records. This helps us to do automation analysis. Even though these analysis or analytics can help us in educational environments, but there are a lot of restrictions and difficulties, including higher human cost, and sometimes a lot of data source require additional tools, additional instruments, and additional records, and it's sometimes difficult to replicate this kind of process in another environment. So these are some of the challenges or some of the difficulties that we encounter in the past when we conduct big data analytics. We hope that these experiences can help us to optimize our system in future. Next, I would like to talk to you about artificial intelligence. We have a team to study on AI, and we do surveys and studies. AI has been developing for 50 years. We believe that it will have significant impacts and influence on education in the next 50 years. So on the slide, on this timeline, you can see people started to study artificial intelligence since 1950s and 60s. And starting from 1970s, we focus on natural languages and neural networks. Some of our professors here write their articles about these topics. At that time, we also focus on machine learning. The whole systems and the whole discipline was not developed as well or as fast as now, because at that time we are facing computational limitations. But now we have algorithm and computation capabilities to speed up the process. In 1980s, we have the expert system studies, and later on, over the past 20 years, you are seeing different AI studies and applications, like for chess or for other competitive sports. So generally, we are now seeing 3 types of AI studies. On the left-hand side, you can see different robots are interacting with humans. So the first type of AI study is about machines or robots as instructors to teach human beings. So the machine will learn certain knowledges and then deliver or distribute among humans. The second types of studies is about human teaches machines. For example, we are training these machines to solve problems or solve questions. So over time, with all these trainings and programs, we can train and we can teach machines to answer questions. So maybe after a while, machines will have better test performance than humans. The third type of AI study is about data analytics. So these are the 3 major types of AI analytics over the years. We just talk about how AI is connected with education. It's about data, it's about technologies and applications, but we also need innovations. Today, we are seeing all different decoration and installations around us in the venue. So if you look around, there are a lot of informations, and you can discuss with other people about all these installations. We want to provide a smart classroom, and you can produce a Socrates videos. You can see at the back of our venue, and that's also the lucky draw system that we just used. These are some of the original innovations that we have from our company. Why do we need a Socrates video? Many principals here and professors here Do you have a lot of teaching videos? I assume you do. How many videos do you have? Do you have more than 100? Raise your hand if you have more than 1,000 videos. Raise your hand if you have more over 10,000 videos. So first of all, it is difficult to collect a lot of videos. And after you collect the video, how to extract those videos as fast as possible? It is difficult to locate certain segments within a certain video. So we hope that we can provide a searchable platform so we can identify the segment that we need very easily and very quickly. Smart classroom evolves over time. Many of you here have applied the team model for a long time. At the beginning, you will need a e-school bag, you will need a tablet, and you will have your end devices. But later on, we developed that we will have educational videos and all different kind of lesson plans. But hopefully in the future, we can provide a even better smart classrooms. People can give you feedbacks about the program or about the class that you just taught. For example, this morning, our professor gave a comments and feedbacks regarding to the demonstrations class that we had earlier in the morning. When we are assessing and evaluating these courses, in the past it was very difficult. We hope that with our updated system, we can streamline the process. We hope we can integrate behavioral data, AI analytics. As we have seen on the platform previously, that the demonstration class in the morning received a 92 points out of 100 points in the system for the evaluation. You haven't installed the applications for evaluation. So, for example, in the future, when everyone install or have that application, you can evaluate and you can comment on certain segments when you hear it in real time. This is how we describe or envision a smart classroom in future. For example, here at the center, you will see the classroom. All the experts in the back will have a tablet to comments or feedbacks on the demonstration. And on the right and left hand side, you will have display to show their comments. With this classroom, we can utilize cloud computing to produce a Socrates video as we have seen previously. So on the left-hand side, you have the smart classroom to generate all different data as well as expert comments. And after the systems and the computations, we will have a players to play all the data that you have and all the results it has analyzed. With such a smart platforms, we can have different applications. We can facilitate exchanges. We can empower studies. We can build up modules. Due to time constraints, I will not go into details. And you just had a lucky draw, and you can have smart tags, and also you can conduct AI smart analytics These are some of the components that we have for Socrates videos or the team model videos. In the back, we'll talk to you about the process. For example, through collecting videos and collecting data, we can facilitate professional development among teachers. So we collect data, we analyze, and we provide comments. So this will be a models that people can expand and grow along the way. You can invite experts to evaluate and review all these videos available on the systems, so everyone can comment on that and also give feedbacks. And all these feedback will be sent back to teachers to improve or adjust their teaching.
播了，刚刚那个我们这个总监呢。
This is the interface of our video display. And this is the analytics dashboard. You can see on the interface as well. The video will record the actions and voice and audios. But there are other things that will not be available if you just look at the video. But the system can collect all this data and all this material. In the future, we will have more instruments available within the venue or within the space to collect certain features or certain quality. All this data will be changed or will be modified based on the data and the information that you have collected along the way. In future, our smart classroom will become a node that collects all different information. So what's the AI within these videos? These AI collect data to analysis, to build up models and predict future.
好，大概是这样。那就有所谓的机器学习。
Also, machine learning is part of it.
通过这些数据可以不断这个机器就可以来学，所以以后这个
With the input of data, the machine can learn and become better. You can be as good as an expert. Maybe it won't be better than experts, but as good as experts. For the teaching models, we can use different models to train the algorithm. And finally, big data. We talk about 10,000 videos, 1,000 videos, and we have many of them. The model and the algorithm can categorize the patterns. So we can have this smart coach feature to recommend suitable teaching videos to the educators or the trainers or trainees. So that was part of the application. Simply put, the value for Socrates videos, first, it's very clear at one glance. And second, you can choose any clip that you want to check out. Third, machine learning, the digitalization of teaching. And finally, professional development for the teachers and educators. So about listening to a class, I think it's a lot if you go to 6 classes or 8 classes a day. For example, I went to Zhuhai, and we were invited to watch and observe all the class. But now with the Socrates method, I can use 1 minute to analyze the 40 minutes of the class. I took this picture just to show you that we shorten the distance. Show me this gesture. Yeah. I want you to do this so you remember this. We need just 1 minute. In Sichuan, we built this demonstration classroom called Ziteng Yun, the purple cloud. This is the world's first classroom discussion room or class commentary room. So in this room, after you teach in this room, all the data will be collected already and sent to be analyzed. And thirdly, about case studies, we see this in the back as well. So from the collecting of the data, we want to build a global platform, which we call the sharing platform for research, model, case studies, and mechanism. We hope that we can integrate the research, models, and case studies, and the mechanism for international exchange into the platform. In the morning, Mr. Zhang said, I am the Dean of the Research Institute. This is it, team model. You can scan this QR code to go to the Research Institute's website. We will share more details as they unfold. Now we have a model for the Research Institute. In other words, this classroom and the data are collected by the research platform. We talk about smart labels, right? Here I can type my smart label, the subject, the grade, the characteristics of the class. I just use that label and I can see all videos or models fitting that label. So in the future, when I need some research materials, for example, Professor Wang Yu, what's the name of your teaching method? Professor Wang, would you please stand up? The golden triangle of thinking. For example, if you want to know more about the golden triangle, you just search golden triangle of thinking and you can see her videos. And the classrooms adopting that method. May I search? Due to the interest of time, we have to hurry up. After collecting the videos, we can analyze and have this application. With this platform, many people are excited and looking forward to the launch of the platform. Why can we collect so many videos? Can we play the video? Only 2 more slides. This video shows why we can collect videos from around the world.
好，时间已经可以切了，就不看了，来就往下一页。
Next,
因为我们有很多的这样的平台，大家可以采收各种每一个教室它都有。
we have many platforms where we can accumulate and collect the data from the teachers.
那这是我们设定的目标，希望
This is our goal.
2017年有1000部，
We hope that we can have
希望能够
1,000 classic tutorials or teaching videos. And next year, 10,000. The next year, 100,000. And the next year, 2020, 1 million.
那么通过那这句话呢，是
We
因为有很多的学术机构，尤其是师资
hope
机构，很希望邀请
that with the Research Institute and the Teachers College,
全球跨域跨文化跨学科的智慧
and we want to start this library
就是说，这个是下礼拜会
for teachers.
发表的正大的题目到智慧
Next week, we are launching Team Model from NCCU, and we hope that through these Teachers College, we want to help at least 3 schools to develop the collection of these videos, the so-called Socrates videos,
把它积累起来，那这样子就可以快速的去
so we can
采收
boost the number.
智慧，然后也可以加速我们的
And after analysis, we can have a smart result.
这个各位都认识比尔盖茨吗？
Finally, a quote from Bill Gates.
说是软体界的巨擘啊，
We all know Bill Gates 3 years ago.
他说了一句话说，每一个人都需要一个教练。
He said, everyone needs a coach.
美国的老师，这个
He was to help American teachers become better teachers. He sponsored
美国的老师请教练，就是在一个平台上请教练，
$5 billion US
就会有他的 Steam 啊，精彩。
to the charity platform. So you can scan the QR code and go to his
现
speech.
在有了苏格拉底影片，
Now with Socrates videos
他就可以
and a smart class commentary room,
智慧教练，
the system is like a smart coach for
让你变成
all the teachers and help the educators become better educators
也就是说，
to help their students achieve their goals. So for AI Socrates, it helps every teacher to have a smart coach. And with smart teachers, we have all the kids achieving their goals. Thank you very much.